creation.
You are right. Welcome to the long-awaited, much-anticipated grand finale of the 2017 National Science and Math Quiz. Today we have a champion of champions. The contest, our finalists, are defending champions at Adisadel College, three-time champions, Prempeh College, and 2013 champions, St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School. Let's meet the contestants. Prempeh College. Prempeh College is represented by
Adisadel Daniel, final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen. How are you? Again in stereo. Good. So we meet again, this time at the grand finale. How exciting is that?
We are also grateful to God for how far He has brought us. And we know that the uncommon favor of God will lead us to victory this year.
All right. What do you intend to do with yourselves after this?
From here, I know I'll be entering the larger world outside. And then I'm hoping and trusting God that He will send me places higher than this platform.
Okay. And you?
Oh, my prayer is that God guides me throughout my life, that I become the person He really wants me to be.
All right. Best wishes to you. St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School. St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School is represented by
Anamalia Christopher Inloya, final year. It's Edu Bright in my final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mother.
And how are you doing?
We are fine by the grace of God.
So we meet at the grand finale.
Yes, Madam.
This is excellent, isn't it?
Yes, Madam.
What does it mean to you?
It means a lot to us since it gives us the stepping stone to winning the cup.
A stepping stone.
Yes, Madam.
All right. The contestants we have usually are very bright and intelligent young people. What shall we expect from you in a few years' time, the two of you?
One of the best electrical engineers. And then, after a few years' time, I'll become the greatest medical doctor on earth.
Best wishes. Adisadel College. Adisadel College is represented by
Edward Digwadvana Kwansta, final year.
Sylvanus Afo Hassananu, final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen. How are you? Good. So we've met at the grand finale. What does it feel like?
We are very excited.
Excited. All right. What are your goals and ambitions for life?
I'd like to be a chemical engineer.
A chemical engineer. Wow. And you, the graft?
Petroleum engineer.
Petroleum engineer. Oh, engineers. Best wishes to you. So we've met the contestants. Everyone here has been through a lot, as you saw in the profiles that were shown to you. Every school is here to win. They are all champions. They've all done really well. But at the end of this contest, we shall know who the 2017 champions are. I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from TIGO, GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, GCB Bank, City FM. We are produced by Prime Time. My name is Dr. Elsie Efa Kaufman. I am a senior lecturer in the Department of Biomedical Engineering, University of Ghana, and I'm your quiz mistress. Thank you. Contestants, as always, the contest comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is a round for fundamental concepts. Simple, direct questions that require simple, direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If the answer is right, a bonus point. If the answer is incorrect, it fetches a penalty point. For questions that require calculations, you have 30 seconds in which to present your answer. If there are no calculations, you have 10 seconds to do so. All questions, all of them, are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all 3 schools. For the first set of questions, I have 30 seconds and a preamble. Preamble to all schools, after which I will come to you, Prempeh College. All right. So this is the preamble. Given f of x is equal to 3x plus 1, and g of x is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 3, evaluate. Did you get your preamble? Now, Prempeh College. F of g of 2. Daniel.
Minus 8.
You're right. Adisadel College with the same preamble. G of f of 2. Anobel, let's your hand up. Go ahead.
30.
That's incorrect. Yes, Daniel?
32.
You're right. St. Thomas Aquinas with the same preamble. F of g of negative 2. Bright.
16.
You're right. I think you can do this next set in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. But I have a preamble to all schools. You will be given a physical constant. You are required to give its value, including units, to 4 significant figures in the scientific form. Did you get your preamble? Great. So now, Prempeh College. Avogadro's number. Yes, Wanda?
6.022 times 10 power 23 particles per mole.
Okay. With the same preamble at Adisadel College, Faraday's constant. Yes, DeGraft.
9.650 times 10 exponent 4 coulomb.
That's incorrect. Yes, Christopher.
9.650 times 10 raised to the power 4 coulomb per mole.
I can give that to you. The right answer, 9.648 times 10 raised to the power 4 coulomb per mole. Your major question, St. Thomas Aquinas, with the same preamble. The molar gas constant in SI units. Yes, Christopher.
Madam, it's 8.314 joule per Kelvin mole.
Yes. Next set, 10 seconds, and I have a preamble. Describe how the features adapt the female oviduct or fallopian tube to its function. All right, so now Prempeh College. It is thin, narrow, and tubular. Wonder.
Yeah. Madam, this adapts it to allow the passage of the ovary, the ovum.
That's incorrect for bonus. It increases the flowing speed of semen containing sperms. I knew you would like that. With the same preamble, presence of cilia. Anobel.
It helps to sweep the egg towards the sperm in the uterus through ciliary movements or ciliary action.
Okay. With the same preamble, it is funnel-shaped on the end next to the ovary. Yes, Bright?
It is funnel-shaped so that it can receive egg or ovule from the fimbriae.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds, and I have a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Evaluate the trigonometric expression and simplify. I hope you got that. Prempeh College. Sine of 56 degrees multiplied by cosine of 11 degrees minus cosine of 56 degrees multiplied by sine of 11 degrees all over the expression cosine of 23 degrees multiplied by cosine of 83 degrees plus sine of 23 degrees multiplied by 83 degrees. Wonder.
Root 2.
You are right. So you see that it wasn't as bad as you were thinking. They can easily do these things. Adisadel College with the same preamble. Sine of 17 degrees multiplied by cosine of 13 degrees plus cosine of 17 degrees multiplied by sine of 13 degrees all over the expression. Cosine of 25 degrees multiplied by cosine of 35 degrees minus sine of 25 degrees multiplied by sine of 35 degrees. Digraft.
1.
You're right. St. Thomas Aquinas with the same preamble. 1 minus tangent of 11 degrees multiplied by tangent of 19 degrees all over the expression tangent of 11 degrees plus tangent of 19 degrees. Christopher.
Root 3.
You're right. For the next set, I have a preamble again. There are 4 main valves in the mammalian heart. When I get to your school, please mention one, only one, and state what happens when the valve opens. Did you get it? All right, so now Prempeh College. Yes, Daniel?
Madam, the tricuspid valve. When the tricuspid valve opens, blood flows from the right atrium to the right ventricle.
Yes. Your turn, Adisadel. Digraft.
The bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve.
Okay.
When the bicuspid valve opens, blood flows from the left atrium to the left ventricle.
Yes. St. Thomas Aquinas. Right.
The semilunar valves or the pocket valves, and it is found in the aorta and the pulmonary vein and the pulmonary artery, and it opens to allow blood to flow into the lungs for oxygenation and also
no, there's no bonus on this one. All right. No. So there were 2 left. There's the pulmonary valve or the pulmonic valve that opens to allow blood to be pumped from the heart to the lungs where it receives oxygen. Or the other one you could have mentioned is the aortic valve, which opens to allow blood to leave the heart from the left ventricle to the aorta and on to the rest of the body. All right, next set, 10 seconds. Preamble to all schools. Preamble, please listen carefully. Fill in the blank with A, parallel, B, perpendicular, C, rational, or D, one-to-one. That's a preamble. Did you get your preamble? So, Prempeh College. 2 lines with slopes M1 and M2 such that the product M1, M2 is equal to -1 are blank. Yes, Wanda?
Perpendicular.
You're right. Adisadel. With the same preamble. A function such that different inputs give different outputs is blank. Annabelle.
1-to-1.
You're right. St. Thomas. A function that is a quotient of 2 polynomial functions is a blank function. Yes, Christopher?
Rational.
Yes. Last set of questions for the round. Prempeh College. Two pure breeding plants were crossed. One plant has red flowers and the other has white flowers. What phenotype or phenotypes will be seen in the first generation if the flower color exhibited incomplete dominance? Wanda, go ahead.
Madam, the phenotype will be pink, and others will be red, others will be white.
1. The right answer is just the pink. Pink. That's it. Adisadel. Yellow, big Y. Blue, big B. And red, big R, alleles, all show incomplete dominance for flower color in a diploid plant species. How many phenotypes for flower color are possible in this species? Yes, Anubel.
3 phenotypes.
That's incorrect for a bonus. Which of you? Yes, Daniel.
6.
Yes, a 6. St. Thomas Aquinas' last question. If red, big R, and white, small r, are codominant alleles that determine flower color, what phenotypes are possible for this gene? Yes, Christopher.
Red, white, and pink.
2 out of 3. The right answer, red, white, and the third variety is red and white, spotted. Spots, not pink. And that brings us to the end of the first round.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Gold is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Gold.
Ashwini Pankasa. Gold, good energy.
At the end of the first round, Adisadel College has 13 points. St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School has 23 points. Prempeh College has 28 points. We have a long way to go. Round 2. This round is also known as the speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools simultaneously. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, Prempeh College? Thank you. St. Thomas Aquinas. Thank you. Adisadel College. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. If you happen to try to answer a question and you are unsuccessful, you lose a precious point. For questions which require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have a maximum of 10 seconds to present that answer. Best wishes to all 3 schools once again. First question, 30 seconds. Calculate the percentage increase in the volume of a balloon when the gas inside is heated from 27 degrees Celsius to 77 degrees Celsius in a hot water bath. Give your answer to 1 place of decimal or 3 significant figures. Yes, which of you? Annabelle.
16.7%.
You are right. 30 seconds. For what values of k will the equation 2x squared plus the expression k minus 2 multiplied by x plus 8 is equal to 0 have exactly 1 solution? Bright.
Madam, when K is equal to 10 or minus 6.
You're right. For the next set of 3, do each of them in 10 seconds. Okay, listen carefully. The daytime sky on Earth looks blue on a sunny, cloudless day. The moon is permanently cloudless. How does the daytime lunar sky look and why? Oh, if you were to go to the moon, and the moon is permanently cloudless, the daytime lunar sky will look black. Black. That's because the moon has no atmosphere to scatter light to produce the sort of bright sky that we have here on Earth. Aren't we lucky? Good. Next one. When the light from a sodium lamp, such as used in street lighting, is observed through a transmission grating, a bright yellow light of wavelength of approximately about 589 nanometers is seen. When the sodium lamp light is again observed through the grating, but after passing the light through sodium vapor, a dark line is observed where the bright line is expected. What phenomenon accounts for this? Oh dear. Okay, so this is what is happening. The sodium atoms in the vapor absorb photons of the same wavelength as the sodium atoms in the lamp, right? And so they make transitions between the same set of energy levels, and there's nothing to show on the screen. Okay? Very interesting. All right, last one for this set. Why does the terrestrial sky look blue? Yes, Christopher.
Okay, Madam, this is because light from the sun is white light, and when it comes into the Earth's atmosphere, the Earth's atmosphere has cloud that scatter it by relay scattering, and because of that, the blue component of the light is scattered out, and that's what we see as the blue light from the sky.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Yes. So it's scattering, relay scattering. That is what does it. And the blue wavelength is scattered a whole lot more. Last set, 10 seconds each. A senior high school boy hammered a nail in the back of a mango tree at a height of 1 meter above the ground. After 3 years, he observed that the nail was at the same height, although the mango tree had grown 3 meters taller. Explain the above observation. Yes, Anubel.
This is because growth depends on the activity of the apical meristems. So, located at the tip. So, growth in length continue to take place at the tip due to continuous division of the cells in the stem. So, because of that, of the cells of the meristem, and because of that, it only increases in weight but not in height.
Yes. Next one. Organisms are known to be closely related to their environment. How might global climate change result in the extinction of mammals? Yes, DeGraft.
Madam, global warming traps longer wavelengths of infrared and other electromagnetic waves from escaping, and hence they increase the average temperature at the Earth's surface. And for the normal human body, there's a range of temperature for which the human being can exist. And if it continues trapping these wavelengths and increasing the temperature, it will exceed the normal temperature for which the human being can exist and leads to uncomfortability of the human being. The human beings can no longer survive for these temperatures or the heat, and then lead to their extinction.
I'll give it to you, but where are they leading to? Last one. Why does the skin of some light-skinned people look redder when they feel too hot? Yes, right.
Madam, this is because when they feel too hot, there's vasodilation. and the blood vessels will expand, allowing more blood to rush through the vessels so that heat can be lost. So the color of the blood is seen at the skin surface. This is because veins are superficial. So you tend to see this color.
Yes, yes. That's the end of the second round.
Everybody knows that Tigo adverts the B. Tigo likes to do things big. Instead of spending money on talking phones, celebrities, large crowds, the fresh boy or fine girls, they are using me. Us. Tigo is spending all that money on making your favorite social media apps free on Tigo Tribe. So free Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, and Imo. And free Instagram and Snapchat. So those of you turning on your data, spying small and turning it off, while Tigo is saying, stop it! Join Tigo Tribe today and be a citizen, not a spectator.
Tigo, live it, love it.
At the end of the second round, Adisadel College has 20 points. Prempeh College has 30 points. St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School has 31 points. Round 3. This round has the problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. You have 3 minutes to present your answer. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Problem of the day. 1,200 centimeters squared of material is available to make a rectangular box with a square base and an open top. Assume that all the material is used to make the box. A. Given that the square base has side of length x centimeters, find an expression for the height h of the box in terms of x. B. Find an expression for the volume V of the box in terms of x. And C. Find the maximum possible volume of the box. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. A problem in mathematics. It's a simple optimization problem. So we have 1,200 centimeters squared of a material, and we need to make a rectangular box. The box has a square base and an open top. And we are to assume that all of this material is used to make the box. So the first part of this was for the contestants to do some calculations, given that the square base has side of length x centimeter. They were to find an expression for the height h of the box in terms of x, given the information in the problem. All right, so we have the base side length x centimeters. The height is h. So the surface area of the open box will be 2 multiplied by xh plus another 2 multiplied by x and h. And then the bottom, the base, That's x squared because it's x multiplied by x squared. So if we sum all of that, that is the total surface area of the box, it should be equal to the amount of material that we were given. And so this should be equal to 1,200. For setting this up, 1 point. Now we are going to simplify this. So we get 4xh plus x squared is equal to 1,200. Remember, our objective is to get the height in terms of x. So we are going to go further and get 4xh is equal to 1,200 minus x squared. That's 1 point. And so now let's make h the subject. H is equal to 300 over x minus x over 4. 1 more point. So for doing this first part, 3 points at stake. The second part is to find an expression for the volume V of the box in terms of x. The volume is simply the base area times the height. So we have x squared multiplied by h. So the volume is going to be x squared multiplied by the expression 300 over x minus x over 4. And if we simplify further, we'll get 300x minus x cubed over 4. 2 points for this. Good. Now last part. Find the maximum possible volume of the box. So we start with what we found for the second part, the volume. The volume is 300x minus x cubed over 4. So we differentiate. So we get dv dx. This is 300 minus 3x squared over 4. And we set it to 0. 1 point for this. Out of this, we get x squared is equal to 400. And so x has to be 20. 1 more point. So we get h is equal to 300 over 20 minus 20 over 4, and this gives us 15 minus 5, and this is 10. So h is 10 centimeters. 1 point for this. Now we have to check to make sure that it's actually a maximum. So we differentiate that dv dx to get d squared v dx squared, and this is negative 3 multiplied by 2x all over 4. And if we look at it, because of the negative sign, we are going to get a value less than 0, and so we confirm to ourselves that this is going to be a maximum. So the maximum volume, we simply substitute what we have. We know x to be 20, we know h to be 10, and so what we have is the maximum value is equal to x squared h, and so 20 squared multiplied by 10, and this gives 4,000 centimeter cubed. 2 more points, giving a total of 10 points. You see, with this kind of problem, you can apply in other areas as well, right? So you have a certain amount of material, you hire a work person to come and do work for you, producing something. You can check to see how best you can produce that thing with as little material as possible, and you can also find out whether they are being honest with you or not. You see the value of mathematics. Good. Now, contestants. At Adisadel College, our problem of the day had the better of you. Unfortunately, you could not deal with this problem at all. On humanitarian grounds, I'm giving you 1 out of 10. St. Thomas Aquinas, not much better. You are writing a whole lot of things. You are bringing in all kinds of parameters, the B for breath, I guess. But you are not keeping track carefully enough. And so your equations are not quite right. I'm not giving you anything either. I'm giving you on humanitarian grounds 1 out of 10. Prempeh College, you have all 3 points for the first part. You have the 2 points at stake for the second part. When you go to the third part, you set up your differential. You've differentiated the equation. So you are getting 1 point for that. And that's as far as you went. You couldn't complete the problem of the day. But you knew what you were about. So on your own merit, you have 6 points. I'm adding 1 more since I gave you that. That gives you 7 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from TIGO, GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, GCB Bank, City FM, and TV Africa. We are produced by Primetime. Thank you. Now, round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If the answer is right, 2 full points. If the answer is incorrect, it fetches that penalty point. Best wishes to all 3 schools. I'm starting with you, Adisadel. Your statement. The electron in the ground state of the hydrogen atom has a well-defined radial distance from the proton equal to the Bohr radius. Annabelle?
True.
Oh, no. That's a false statement. St. Thomas Aquinas. In the ground state of the hydrogen atom, the kinetic energy of the electron does not have a well-defined value. Christopher?
True.
That's right. In the ground state of the hydrogen atom, the sum of the kinetic and potential energies of the electron has a well-defined value, even though the addends do not separately have well-defined values. Yes, Wanda?
It's true.
Yes. Adisadel. In principle, beer can be manufactured from sprouted maize. Annabelle?
True.
You're right. The main grain from which whiskey is made is barley. Christopher?
True.
Yes. Palm wine is strictly not a wine. Wanda?
It's true.
Yes. And gentlemen, I have to ask you, are you of drinking age? How come you know so much about alcoholic beverages? Adisadel. Insulin activity is not determined by adequate production by beta cells. Yes, DeGraft.
False.
You're right. Insulin activity is determined by adequate numbers of receptors. Christopher?
True.
Yes. Insulin activity is determined by binding affinity between insulin and its receptor. Yes, Wanda?
It's true.
Yes. Adisadel. 13 is congruent to -7 modulo 20. DeGraft.
True.
Yes. 35 is congruent to 17 or 17 modulo 9. Yes, Christopher.
That is true.
Yes. 27 is congruent to -13 modulo 15. Wanda?
It's false.
Yes. The electron current obtained by thermionic emission from a heated filament increases non-linearly with increase in absolute temperature of the filament. Is that your hand up, Annabelle? Go ahead.
True.
Yes. Thermionic emission from a heated filament is observed as a bright visible glow surrounding the filament. Yes, Christopher?
True.
No. If a heated filament is maintained at a uniform constant temperature, all the electrons emitted from it have the same kinetic energy. Wanda?
It's false.
You're right. When aluminum roofing sheets are being made from aluminum metal, it is its ductility which is being exploited. Annabelle?
True.
No. It is the malleability, not the ductility. Graphite conducts electricity because it is a solid. Yes, Christopher?
It's false.
Yes. Zinc, cadmium, and mercury are not transition elements by the strict definition of transition elements. Yes, Wanda?
It's true.
Yes. For the next set, I have a preamble to all schools. The central dogma of molecular biology is a method by which cells transfer nucleic acids into functional molecules. State whether the following are true or false of the central dogma of molecular biology. That's the preamble. Did you get it? Now, Adisadel. RNA to DNA to protein. The graft.
False. False.
Yes. Protein to RNA to DNA. Yes, Christopher?
It's false.
Yes. DNA to protein to RNA. Yes, Wanda?
False.
Yes. The right order, of course, is DNA to RNA to protein. Last set of statements. Adisadel. For any real numbers A, B, and C, AB is equal to AC implies B is equal to C. Yes, Anubel?
True.
No. That will only happen if A is not equal to 0. So, for example, 0 times 2 is equal to 0 times 3, but 2 and 3 are not equal, right? Okay. St. Thomas Aquinas, for any real numbers, A, B, and C, if A is less than B and C is less than 0, then AC is greater than BC. Christopher?
It's true.
Yes. Last statement. For any real numbers A, B, and C, if A is less than B and A is less than C, then A squared is less than BC. Wonder?
It's false.
You're right. And that's the end of the 4th round. At the end of the 4th round, Adisadel College has 28 points. St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School has 45 points. Prempeh College has 53 points. Contestants, the cup has appeared. This is to ginger you on to big things in our 5th and final round. That is what we have at stake. Best wishes to all of you. Round 5. In this round, I'm going to be reading out clues. Your objective is to solve the riddle. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. In order to solve a riddle, you must ring for it. Let me hear your bell, Prempeh College. Thank you. St. Thomas Aquinas. Thank you. Adisadel College. Thank you. When you ring, your answer must be ready. I will not be kept waiting. There are 4 riddles. I may be a room, group of rooms, or building in which someone may live or stay. I may also be an agreement between two groups who have different opinions on a subject. In biology, I am the act or state of adjustment. Yes, Bright.
Accommodation.
You're right. They solved the riddle on the third clue. 3 points. We constitute a system that abounds in nature. Each one of us has 2 acknowledged faces. The faces are described as dispersed and continuous. My system may be classified as a sol, emulsoid, or gel, depending on the level of attraction between the dispersed and continuous phases. Smoke, foams. Right?
A colloid.
Yes. I was reading the 5th clue, 3 points. Next one. I am electromagnetic radiation emitted by a charged particle as it decelerates and loses energy in the field of another charged particle. Because of this, my name contains the German word for breaking. Yes, right.
X-ray.
No. I continue. I am characterized by a continuous spectrum. I accompany characteristic X-rays emitted from an X-ray tube. So who? Yes, the graft.
Madam, soft X-rays.
No. Who am I? Wonder.
Cathode rays.
Ay, ay, ay. Have you figured it out? My name contains the German word for breaking. This is the Bremsstrahlung. Last riddle. I am a property of some operations on real numbers. You will find me with addition and multiplication. Yes, Christopher.
Madam, it's commutative property.
No. I am continuing. But not subtraction nor division. Yes, Wanda.
Distributive property.
No. With me, no matter how you operate, the value is the same. I am involved with groupings of terms rather than positioning of terms. I am therefore not the commutative property. I involve 3 terms at a time. So who am I?
Associative property.
You are right. I read all the clues. 3 points. And that's the end of the 5th round.
Accra College of Medicine is Ghana's premier private medical school with affiliations to the University of Ghana and mentored by the School of Medicine and Dentistry, Kolebu. Accra College of Medicine has ultra-modern facilities with experienced faculty and small class sizes which guarantee that our students get personalized and individual attention. ACM is not only about medicine. We also ensure that our students are perfectly groomed into passionate and great leaders to better serve their communities. Enroll now. Accra College of Medicine, producing the next generation of health professionals.
At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. Adisadel College has 31 points. St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School has 51 points. Prempeh College has 53 points. Adisadel College, you did your best, but today it was a difficult battle for you, a difficult one. All the same, it's great that you made it this far, 3rd place. St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School, thank you for giving us such a great contest. You put your all in it. I'm happy with your performance. Unfortunately, it was a difficult day. 2nd place, well done. Prempeh College, you had a small scare at the end there, but you did it. Congratulations, well done. Champions 2017. Viewers, what a contest. What a competition. 2017 has surpassed them all. We've had some very good times. We've seen such brilliance, and I'm happy to have been part of it all. I would like to acknowledge some people. Thank you to the consultant team. Consultants and quiz mistresses, thank you. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, parents. Thank you, all contestants. And thank you to the production team. This would not have happened without you. I would also like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from TIGO, GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, GCB Bank, City FM, and TV Africa. We are produced by Prime Time. This is it for 2017. So as you listen to me, this is Dr. Elsie Efa Kaufman signing off. Until we meet again. Bye.